Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Talisha, also known as CreativiTeeByT, and welcome to the second episode of Elevated with Ankara. Okay, so in this episode, Sheree and I are going to be sharing our Ankara fabric stash. So this is almost all the Ankara fabric for me that I have in my stash. There are a few cuts that I left out, and that's because they are for like special occasions and I kind of want to surprise you for that. Not much, but this is basically my whole entire Ankara stash. Now I know you noticed the different background may sound a little echoey. That's because I am not in my normal space, my sewing space, because I kind of wanted to have more space for you to actually see the fabrics as I hold them up for you to see them. And I just wanted to share it that way. So I hope you're okay with the different setting, okay? So I'll go ahead and start sharing my fabric stash, but just make sure if you like this video, if you're enjoying this series, go ahead and give us both a thumbs up. You know, when you finish watching this video, make sure you head over to Sheree's channel and you watch her video to see what her fabric stash is, and you know, all of that good jazz. You know, we're having really good fun with this series. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Also subscribe to Sheree's channel so you can keep updated on what we are both showing, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start showing the fabrics. None of these fabrics have like names to them. So, you know, they're basically just going off of like designs as far as like descriptions are concerned. And so when you purchase these fabrics, there's generally a big picture up and then a shorter picture up. And there's also a photo up with like a measuring tape so that you can kind of get an idea as to how big the designs are. And that's how I pick out my fabrics. So outside of these fabrics, like I mentioned that I have a couple that I left behind because of some plans that I have that I would like to surprise you with later. But I also have some smaller like 1 yard fabric cuts that I am going to use to make accessories. So with those, I do use like the measuring tape method to see how large those prints are, especially because if I'm making a small wristlet that's folding over, I want to make sure that you're going to actually see some designs. And I know that I've talked to one of the Ankara store owners, and she has specific quilting, like she said she has a section for like the quilters, and what she means by that is the prints are scaled at a smaller, you know, setting, so they're not as large. But anyway, I'll go ahead and start showing you what I have here today in my stash. So this here is the first cut that I want to share with you. And this here is a cut that, you know, I really love this purple and turquoise combination. I thought this was absolutely adorable, and I actually have a pattern in mind that I wanted to make. But when I washed this fabric, because I do wash my fabric first because I've had fabric to shrink up on me. There have been times when I haven't washed the fabric, but I have had experiences with Ankara fabric shrinking up. So I did wash this fabric, and when I did wash it, the purple kind of bled into the white. You probably can't see that really well here. My friend Rochelle at Rochelle Diamond Designs has a formula as to how to get the stain or the fabric color that is bleeding out of the white, and so I needed to do that, and I had not done it at the time, so I didn't cut it out yet. But I have a pattern in mind. Obviously there's a lot of white here, so this is not typical for the winter time or the fall time, so I'm not going to cut this out until later, because if, you know, I have lost a couple of pounds, and if I lose a few more pounds, I won't be in the size that I had planned to cut. So I'm just hold off until that time comes. But yes, this is the first cut that I would like to share with you. And I do have 6 yards of this. And this here is the pattern that I was going to make with it, or that I am going to make with them, just not doing it right now. This is Vogue 9021, and I think this would be an awesome looking dress. Awesome. Look at the line drawings. I have seen this dress made by other sewists. They use more drapier fabrics. Of course, with this Ankara, it's a very structured Ankara wax, and it's just going to be absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to make that. So next I have this Ankara fabric. I still have the label on this fabric. So when I have the labels, which I do have the labels on most of these fabrics, I'm not going to take them off because I want to keep my labels on until I'm ready to use them. But this is this fabric right here with the green and yellow with white colorway, mostly green. Green is my favorite color, which is why I purchased this. I mean, it actually will go really good for with Christmas. Right now, I know a lot of people use reds, but green is like a Christmas color too. But like I said, I'm a Leo. Green is my favorite color, and also, you know, green goes well with the school colors for the college that I work for. So that is this one right here. Then I have this print right here. This is a more masculine print. I do have plans for this. I actually have, well, this is like one of the surprises, but I'll go ahead and continue to share this. I want to make my little boys a vest out of this, to just have like a black button-down shirt underneath and black slacks for holiday photos. You know, I have plans every single year for holiday photos, and it just never manifests because of stuff that happens. Either I get sick or something happens, or, you know, just something random. So my thought is, if all else fails and I cannot get these vests done, what I will do is make a bow tie out of them, and I have a plan B. Okay, so you'll either see the vest, and I can't promise that, but you may definitely see the bow ties, and then I'll make the vest later. But this is for my boys here. Like I said, yes, I could make something for me out of this, but I picked this up specifically for the boys. Then I have this print right here. Isn't this gorgeous? I absolutely love it. This has like an olive green colorway with some blues in here. Just love it. I do have plans for this. I have been meaning to make something out of this for a while now. I think you will see the plan come out of this sooner than later. But yes, I just absolutely love it. Just the perfect combination, and I love these little teardrop looking things. It actually looks like eyeballs in it. I'll kind of show you. You see closely here. So it's like a teardrop, but it kind of reminds me of eyeballs. But yes. And all of these cuts of fabric are 6 yards. I just feel like I can get a lot out of 6 yards. I can get a nice poofy, you know, gathered skirt type of dress. I could get a two-piece. I can make a blazer and some pants with this, or, you know, and then still have a little bit of scraps over. Usually when I make something, I try to utilize as much fabric as possible, so I'm not making like a dress here, dress there, dress there. I like 2 pieces or enough of one garment that uses almost all of the fabric, and then I'll have a little bit left over, enough to make like an Ogden cami or a wristlet or some type of purse, you know, like an accessory, headband, anything. So I do, like I said, prefer the 6 yards, and they're generally $39.99 to $40. No more than 42 have I spent per 6 yard bundle. So the next one, this is a perfect cut for the spring or summer. I thought this was gorgeous. Look at this here. I'm trying to open it up, but you know, these labels are on the way now. But look at this. I think I showed this on a haul one time, but I'm just seeing like a foofy long maxi skirt or a nice just summer type dress with a big foofy long, maxi bottom half to it. I mean, or even a blazer, honestly. I mean, the options are endless when you have this much fabric for one, particular fabric. So yeah, I'm loving that. And these are, there's flowers mixed in here with butterflies. I don't know if you noticed that. So here's a big butterfly, and then you can see the flowers. It's really just the white. Everything else is just your smaller butterflies and things like that. Now, I don't have a lot of paisley type of fabrics or even clothes, but I used to have a ton of paisley type of clothes. When I used to work in nursing, my scrubs that I used to purchase before they made us start wearing the royal blues and all that stuff, we could purchase our own scrubs, and I used to purchase paisley scrubs all the time. And so when I saw this fabric, it reminded me of that. I just love this print. So I have a dress in mind for this. I'm not sure, I don't know if you all are familiar with any of the Mimi G PDF patterns, but I planned to make the Jessica dress out of this. I was going to do this in collaboration with Rochelle of Rochelle.handmade.designs this past summer, but we didn't get around to the collaboration, and I think it was September when we were going to push it off, but I let her know September around here is when it starts turning winter, and I would not be motivated to make a strappy dress like that. I know a lot of people, they'll wear strappy dresses and they'll put something underneath it, but that's not the look I wanted to go for with this fabric. So I'm going to hold off until, I don't know, maybe May, because by the time I get it made, it'll be June and then I'll make that dress. And plus, I'm not a big fan of making PDF patterns because of putting the pattern pieces together and taping them and all that stuff. So yeah, but I am going to stick to the plan, and I have about 6 or so months before I have to do that. But yeah, here is the fabric again, my paisley Ankara, and I think it's absolutely fabulous. So then I have this brown and rose pink, plush pink colorway. Look at how fabulous this is. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this. This is so super cute. So you have, let me stand up so you can see it a little bit better because the labels are kind of stopping me from spreading it open. Okay, here we go. Here is the fabric right here. So I purchased this because I was working on a collection that, like I said, so many plans, not enough time, that I didn't get around to. And also because I was going to a birthday party and these were the colors. So I thought, how perfect would it be to wear this great Ankara African wax print with these beautiful bold designs. They look like roses to me in a swirl. So yeah, that's what I was going for. Didn't get around to that, but I do plan to make that up. I was gonna make the paper bag waist skirt that I made for the 5 and Below series. I was gonna make that skirt and make a bolero as a second piece, but I did not do that. And so at this point, I don't know what I'm gonna make with this, but I do know that I'm gonna make something fabulous. So then I have this yellow border print. This is the border on the bottom, but I just thought I'd show you that first. This yellow border print with these squiggly designs here. Love this. And it's like this all throughout. If you look at my hand, here just kind of lets you know how big these flowers are. On the border here, there's a border on the top and the bottom. The big flowers cover, you know, they're bigger than my hand. So you definitely can get something voluminous out of this. I have no idea what, but I do know at the time of purchase that I wanted yellow, and I got that out of this. So yeah, it's a very simple design. I just love within the flowers here how you've got your white dots, like white polka dots within the center of the flower. Yes, very pretty. Then I have some more yellow, because I like yellow too. I like yellow, not as much as I like green, but I like it just as, almost as much. So here we go here. These kind of remind me of honeycombs. They're not even shaped like honeycombs. They just kind of remind me of them. So I'm really loving this. It's black, white, and yellow again. So maybe I'll make a black, white, and yellow collection. But yeah, very simple, not much to this. You've just got your circles with yellow and white honeycomb looking things here, but I like it. And then I have these floral shell looking type of designs, and Rochelle at Rochelle.Handmade Designs actually gifted this to me. I really love it. I have made a dress. It's a Mimi G dress. If I remember, I'll put the photo up in the screen here, but I made a dress with these shells in a different colorway. Absolutely love the dress. It's actually one of my better fitting dresses. It's not like fit and flare. Love, love, love it. So when she said she had a whole lot of this fabric and wanted to give it away, I was like, send it over here. But yes, you've got like a mustard yellow, a dark red here with your black and white designs in it, and it feels super soft. And there's also 6 yards here. Even though this was a gift, it's still 6 yards. Okay, so for this next one, I had no plan to purchase this whatsoever at all, but I saw it and I'm like, I cannot leave this in my cart or just save it, you know, on my favorites. So I had to purchase this. This is 6 yards. I really wanted 12, but it's like, what am I going to do with 12 yards of it? So let me not be greedy, okay? Because I already don't have any space as it is for more fabric. But look at this. Does this not scream me? Does this not scream Michelle of Michelle Sews Again, or the real Michelle Sews Again? Isn't it so colorful and bright and beautiful? Look at this, 6 yards of this colorful gorgeousness. These circles, colorful circles with polka dots, black and white polka dots. Isn't this fabulous? Absolutely love it. I have an idea for this, but I need to sketch it out, okay? So I don't want to reveal that. But yeah, this is going to be fabulous too when I do make something with this. And if Michelle, if you're watching this, you need to get you some of this, because I can see you rocking these colors, okay? Then I have, for these next 2 fabrics, these are for my sons and husband too. I was supposed to make something out of these and I never finished it. So I have a lot of this left, okay? This here is a masculine design in my opinion, and I was gonna make my sons some vests out of these. And I honestly, I can't even remember what the occasion was for, but something happened again. I'm gonna finish them, but I have to recut. Like I had cut out a section of this, but had 6 yards, and I'm gonna have to recut it out. But not vests, I'm sorry, some button-down shirts. It was just for one child for his birthday. So yeah, but I think it's absolutely handsome. I can see a nice dress being made out of this as well. Like with the Ankara, you know, women, at least in my opinion, can wear multiple types, of clothing, men's clothing, and it'll go over well more so than it does a guy, in my opinion. So yes, we were going to be matching, okay? And I really, really love it. But I had put a vote up on Instagram as to which fabric to use, and it was between this one and the next one that I'm going to show you. And so yeah, I really, really love this though. But this is like a tribal print, and it just has your browns, a little bit of like a tan, white and black. And here's a closer look. So here is the other choice that I had as far as the poll on which fabric to use for my son. I got them both because I liked them both in the poll as far as the voting was so close. But this is to me, in my opinion, is still like a tribal print, and it's so nice. I like the design in it. They're like zigzags, and here's a close-up. But the reason why I feel like the other fabric, this one right here, will work out a little bit better is because my children, my boys, my younger ones at least, they're little. And so the scaling of this fabric is smaller than this. Like I cut out a button down shirt for them, and you're barely gonna get a whole zigzag in it, But I saw a beautiful dress on Pinterest that was made out of this. So I could still make them one and then make me something matching, and then you can kind of get the feel of what the fabric is supposed to look like. And I could also make one for my husband, but I don't know that he would want this. So yeah, I'll probably just limit it to me and the boys for this one. But my husband, he's definitely gonna want something out of this. And then the last fabric that I want to share with you is this one right here. This is an animal print Ankara. Oh my goodness, my favorite. Listen, I can do a whole animal print collection because I just love all the animal print, and I have them. I do have a plan for a portion of this fabric. I want to make a spring coat with this. I was supposed to make it last year. I think I was going to make it for the fall instead of the spring, but that weather when you're in between cool and hot. So I'm still going to make that with this unless I decide to do something different, but that's the plan. Love, love, love this. Of course, 6 yards, and I'll give you a close-up. So yes, that is the plan for all of these fabrics that I have told you. Some I don't have a plan for, some I do, but these are all my lovely and precious Ankara fabrics that I am sharing with you today. All right, so that is it for my Ankara fabric stash. I hope you enjoyed going through my stash with me. Please let me know which fabric is your favorite one and what you can see yourself making, or what you can see myself making with this fabric. Again, please make sure you head over to Sheree's channel so that you can see her Ankara fabric stash. And if you would like to see the smaller scaled prints that I have that I use to make accessories, let me know in the comment section below, and I will definitely be glad to make another video just to kind of go through those quickly and show you the different items that I do make as far as accessories go with those particular fabrics. All right, I am getting ready to close, but before I leave, you know what I'm getting ready to say. Please take a pause for the cause and click the like button and the subscribe button and the gray notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support, and I will see you in the next episode of Elevate with Ankara. Bye.